Hey guys, I know I should have done my question and answer video responses by now, but my computer turned to shit, and I just recently got a new one, so I'll be able to do everything crystal clear. There'll be no weird ass sounds in the background and everything like it was when I tried to record stuff before. But anyways, I'm here to do a challenge that I set myself more than anything, and it was to choose 20 songs that I'll never ever get bored of. And it was actually quite hard for me because I have a lot of songs that I enjoy listening to and artists that I enjoy as a whole, so it was hard to narrow it down to just 20 songs, but I did it. So here goes. The first one, it is my all-time favourite song. I will never ever tire of this, especially considering it's a video I like to associate with myself. So, and another reason behind me liking it is the music video for it was filmed in my old suburb where I used to live, and it's called Welcome Home by Dobbyn, who is a New Zealand artist, and he may not have the best singing voice in the world, but the lyrics, in my opinion, mean so much. And that's why I like it, and I'll never get bored of it. Another one is called Mama by Hollie, and she's kind of New Zealand's answer to Joss Stone. Her voice has got that gravel, husky tone to it, and it's just a really good song. And number 3, it's a song I only really started listening to towards the end of last year, and it's called I Get Off by Halestorm. And I don't know why I like it so much, but I don't think I'd ever get bored of it because just the point of the song is quite realistic. I mean, well, in a way it is. If you really think about it, I doubt every girl has someone peeking through their windows looking at them. But anyways, another one is One Day by Opshop. Opshop is another New Zealand band, like Hollie and Dobbyn, but I don't think I mentioned Hollie was before, but anyways. One Day is a song that I enjoy listening to because it sort of talks about growth and bettering yourself and how being away from someone can make you stronger because you have to deal with everything by yourself and that sort of thing. The 5th one, it's by a band that my father got me into at a very young age. It's Immigrant song by Zeppelin. It's probably one of my favourite songs by them. Probably the favourite song from them. I just love it. I mean, every time I go to play a Led Zeppelin song, it's that song, whether I like it or not. I instantly scroll down my iTunes to Led Zeppelin and pick that song, and that's the end of it. Number 6 is Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple. It is the first song that I learned to play the introduction to on guitar. It's probably the simplest thing ever to play on the guitar, but I've probably forgotten it. I haven't played guitar in ages. Number 7 is a song that I got into after I went to the Foo Fighters concert back in December, and it's These Days. I just love the song in general. It was my most played song on my iTunes at some point before I got my new laptop. Number 8 is Last to Know by 3 Days Grace. I guess it's just easy listening, but then it's not because it's still got that generic rock-ish beat, kind of. I haven't listened to it recently, but never get bored of that song. The meaning behind it of how a girl has left some guy or their boyfriend for another guy. That's quite a realistic song, because that does happen. I mean, I can list examples and stuff, but I just can't bother to deal with it. Number 9, Ladies and Gentlemen by Saliva. And to me, it's a song that you would associate with people in the world that are great at whatever it is they do. I'm just going to throw some examples out there because I'm a wrestling fan, but I would associate that song with people like Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels and all those guys, because they've left such an impact, and when you see them perform, I mean, they bring the roof down. Number 10 is Runaway by Hail the Villain. This song, ever since I heard it, I think last year or the year before, It was as a pay-per-view theme song for one of the WWE pay-per-views, and I've just liked it ever since. And it's actually going to be my theme for when I start to wrestle for Maniacs United, which is a little all-female wrestling company over here that's just started, and there's only 3 of us, but we'll get there in the end. Number 11 is an Adele song. I mean, who doesn't love Adele? Her voice is just amazing, but this song is You Won't Go. The meaning behind the lyrics, I just love it. A lot of songs are really about relationships and all that sort of thing these days, but this one kind of stood out for me. I'm not sure why. I think it was just the mixture of point of views, because how she goes, he won't go, and then I won't go sort of thing, and I just really like how she's done it pretty much. Number 12 is Counting Bodies by Perfect Circle. My friend of mine got me into this song 2 years ago when she made an MV to it. I can't remember who the person was, but as soon as I heard it, I fell in love with that song, and it's probably the only Perfect Circle song I actually like. Number 13, unlucky for some, is another New Zealand artist, probably my second favourite. The song is Black Sheep by Wigmore, and it's from her latest album Gravel and Wine, I think it's called. And I'll never get tired of the song, the beat, the lyrics, her voice, they're all amazing, and it's just something that'll keep you interested. I mean, I listened to it non-stop for a while a few weeks ago, and I just love the song, and I'll never get bored of that one. Number 14, I've mentioned this guy before, Dobbyn. This song is Slice of Heaven, and if you're from New Zealand and you've seen Footlock Flats, you'll know this song, and if you don't, there's something seriously wrong with you. This exact song's in it at some point. Can't remember when though, but it's in there. Number 15 is Unthinkable, I'm Ready by Alicia. It's another song I only recently got into. I got into it after I heard a cover of the song by a group from Australia called Hype, and I could never get bored of this one. If I do, then there's something wrong with me, because the song is amazing if you've listened to it. Number 10, it's kind of completely different to all the other ones I can never get bored of, going genre-wise, and it's Runaway Love by Ludacris featuring Mary J. Blige, and ever since it came out, it has been one of my favourite songs, and it's one that I can play over and over and over again and probably never get bored of it. I like the meaning behind it, how it sort of explains what can happen in real life, like the effects of family and stuff, and sometimes mistakes you make, and how you just want to run away from it all. Another one that's kind of a lot different to the other ones is Heartless by Kanye West. Another one I'm not quite sure why I could never get bored of. I think it's just the beat and the lyrics mainly, and I think it was one of the first songs of his that I actually enjoyed listening to. That could be another reason why. Number 18 is Monster by Skillet, and it's another one I heard off of a WWE pay-per-view. Again, I can't remember which one, but as soon as I heard it, I downloaded it and just listened to it constantly, and since I've got my new laptop, it's been played like 20 or 30 times, which is quite a lot compared to some of my other songs. Number 19 is Time to Shine by Saliva, and this is a song that when I listen to it, it makes me feel like I can do anything I set my mind to, because it's my time to be able to accomplish the things I want to accomplish. And this song, did I say who it was by? It's by Saliva. I've mentioned them before as well. Their songs, they mean a lot with the lyrics and everything, and this song definitely has a lot of meaning to me in the sense of school and other sort of extracurricular, co-curricular stuff that I do with sporting and general interests. And the last one is probably one of my favourite songs of all time, and it's Pretender by Foo Fighters, and it's something that I can never get bored of. Like I've said, none of these songs I'll ever get bored of, but this one, when it came out, I was a bit iffy about it, but then when I actually sat down and listened to it properly, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would, because I hadn't heard the band before. It was the first song by the band I'd heard, and this song is what I think the one that got me into Foo Fighters in the first place. So I'm so thankful for that, because they are an amazing band. I went to their concert that was over here in December. They played almost 3 hours, and I mean, to do that, you've got to be dedicated, and Foo Fighters in general, just amazing, and I think that's why this song is probably one I'll never get bored of. Anyways, that's my 20 songs that I'll never tire of, that I'll always continue to listen to. In other news, I'm going to have a lot of challenge videos coming up that me and a friend of mine here on YouTube, who's also from New Zealand, me and her have done them, and I'll film them eventually, and I'll also get my question answer video up when I have time, because school's just started and everything, and hopefully you guys don't get too bored of all my posting and everything. So yeah, till next time.